At 18 years old, I had no experience, no degree, and a stutter. And by 21, I made $2.5 million. And I'm not going to edit out the stutter at all. And here's exactly what I did to actually get there. At 19 years old, it was actually 19, so it was like 2, 3 years, 2.5 years. At 19, I just got out of high school and didn't really have any connections, any plan. I just wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I knew that going to college was not going to be the right route. I knew that going to college was going to lead me down the path that everyone I know is on, and I knew that if I wanted to have the life that I actually desired, I had to do things that other people aren't doing, which was not going to college. So I got out of high school. I doubted myself because I tried drop shipping, tried day trading, and I just lost money consistently and constantly. And because of the stutter, I always doubted the ability that I had to communicate to others and to speak to them and to run a company and to manage people and to get a girlfriend and to do all these things. I really doubted myself. So there was a ton of doubt, and everyone, when I told them, basically I decided to go do door-to-door sales. That's what these two awards are. They're called a Golden Door Award. I won them. We'll get into that later. But when I told everyone I'm going to do door-to-door, they were like, what? Sales? You don't talk to people. Like, you don't, it's not that I didn't talk to people. I only spoke really to people that I was extremely comfortable around, who have like heard the stutter before, because I was afraid to have other people who were brand new, had never met me before, hear my stutter, laugh at me, make fun of me, because that's what like happened growing up, like whatever. So I just doubted myself. And when I told everyone, yo, I'm gonna go do door-to-door sales, I'm gonna go across the country, I'm not gonna go to college anymore. I'm just going to go knock on doors and go direct to consumer, high ticket sales, selling solar panels, which are, you knock a door and you convince them to take out an $80,000 loan. It's very high ticket. It's not an easy sale. So I told everyone that, and they're like, dude, you didn't give any presentations in high school. You didn't raise your hand. Like, are you sure about this? Like, you don't want to just try to go to college and try to work it out that way. It's like, no, dude, I need to do this. So I did it. I remember I got into door-to-door, and the very first couple of weeks, maybe even 1 month, was a struggle. I was doubting myself. I was very stressed. I remember going to the orientation, or like the very first team meeting, and doing an introduction to the team of like 20 people of who I am. Bro, it took me like 5 minutes to tell them who I am, which is my name, where I'm from, how old I am, and like a cool thing about me. It took me like 5 minutes to get the words out because I was stuttering. And I remember going home that night and like crying in the bathroom and just being like, dude, this isn't meant for me. I remember texting my girlfriend, who's now my wife, at the age of 19, just like, yo, I can't do this. I need to come home. Like, this is not gonna work. I remember hitting up the owner and being like, dude, I don't think I can knock on doors. I can't talk to people. That was horrible. It was embarrassing. All these things. It was rough. And then I decided to stick it out. My wife just told me one more day, just keep going. So I kept going one more day, just kept living, kept going through it. I just slowly over time realized the stutter isn't gonna actually hold me back. And that goes to anyone who is watching this. What you believe is holding you back is actually only holding you back because you believe it. If you just do the thing with what you believe will hold you back, but you do it and you just keep doing it, you're like, oh, it doesn't actually hold me back. It doesn't stop me. So my whole life, having this stutter stopped me, but it didn't stop me anymore. That's anything. And I bet everyone who is watching this believes they can't do X, Y, Z thing because of a limiting belief in their mind. they may think it's real. Like I have a stutter. It's very real, but holding you back is your own belief. So I started to do door to door, and after a month or two, because I had a stutter, I had to grind harder. I got really good though. I got really good because I was really a student of the game, and I was in it to learn, not to earn. And as a product of that, I made a bunch of money because I was just learning and being a student more than anybody else was in the company or even in the industry as a whole. And I picked up on all the tactics, the techniques, the processes, this systems to close more deals. And I remember getting paid like $3,000 and getting a $3,000 deposit into my bank account when I was 19. At the point I had like $1,200 or $2,000 in my bank, and it jumped to $5,000. I was like, whoa, $5,000. It's the most money I've ever had. And then like the next week, another $2,000. I'm like, oh my gosh, $7,000. I started going crazy, and I was like, okay, this is it, because I'm 19 without any experience, and I just had like $6,000 deposited within 2 weeks, and I'm 19 and I have no degree, and this is the way. So this is the way I can earn an income based on skills and performance. Like a sport, you get paid in sales based off your skills and your performance. Just like a sport, where if you train harder, you practice more, well, you make more money. So I loved it because I played sports growing up, and that got me hooked. Fast forward 2 years, I went from one rep crushing it, top producer in the company, to then leading teams, to then owning a company and scaling that. And what ended up happening was, through the process, because I became very good, I then taught people how to become very good, and I help people in their 20s earn $100K a year, $120K a year, $150K a year. And the best person that I've ever recruited has gone on to start his own roofing company and makes over $500,000 to like $800,000 a year now. Very good testimonial right there. That guy is crushing it now, and it all started because I brought him down to Miami to knock doors for some solar panels, trained him, got him worked up, transitioned into roofing. He now owns a roofing company. He worked for me at the roofing company, but now owns his own, and is crushing it and doing multiple millions of dollars a year in revenue. But that just goes to show you that anyone can learn the processes that I have created, because they work regardless if you have a stutter or not. And if I can do it with a stutter, imagine if you can do it without. The processes must really work. So basically, I took the processes that I learned in this sales, and I did the classic route. You start off, you're new, you're trash for like a year or like 9 months. You get good enough to run a team, then you start your own thing. And once you start your own thing, you now have the skill that drives all revenue to your business, because you can sell, you can produce revenue. That's what I was doing. So I started my own business selling roofs, and because I was the owner of it, the profit margin literally tripled comparative to being a rep, doubled, tripled comparative to being a rep, and boom, I was now making triple the money, double to triple the money for the same amount of work in terms of closing deals. There was a lot of back-end work and building a reputation of the company and hiring operations and doing installs and insurance and all these other things. But in terms of going out and closing the deal, if I handled everything else, I made double or triple the money. And that was the year when I was 21 years old. We cleared over $2.5 million in profit for the roofing company. And $2 million of that at least came from just my personal deals. The rest had come from training my reps, training them up, helping them make money. I make money as a whole, because that's all the game is if you help people, you make money. When I help people in roofing, when I help people, when I help homeowners, I made money. When I help reps help homeowners, I make money. So it's just a helping game. All it is in sales is the more people you help, the more you provide value to others, the more money you make. And if I could tell anything to like an 18-year-old starting today, it's that if you learn sales, it's the best foundation background you can have. Because any company now knows you know how to go produce revenue. And companies, well, they care about revenue, okay? They care about providing value, which creates revenue. And if you tell them, yo, I know how to produce, I know how to drive revenue to your business, or if you want to start your own business one day, learn sales, get trained by the right people. I help people with that all the time. Get trained by the right people that have processes that work in any industry. The processes that I've created work in any industry. They worked in the Medicare industry, roofing, solar, and internet. 4 industries, and high ticket sales, of course, which that's high ticket. Like 2 of those are high ticket. So it works in high ticket, roofing, solar, low ticket, internet, health insurance. Like, if the processes are good, they work, whether you have a stutter, whether you don't, no matter what industry you're in, go learn them, get good, get really good at them, and then either go work your way up in a company that you produce revenue for, become like a high up there, make a ton of money, provide value, or take the skills and go start your own thing. That's what I recommend to any 18-year-old, 19-year-old, just out of high school now, is that. I met a kid that runs a door-to-door car detailing business. And I was like, dude, because he's still doing the actual like car detailing. And I'm like, bro, you have the skill of going door to door. So that's all you should do. Hire people to actually do the car detailing, because that takes you 2-3 hours to do the detailing. Imagine if you spent 2-3 extra hours speaking to prospects. And he's like, I'd make way more money. So that's the game, is learn the skill that actually drives revenue, which is sales. And if you want to learn how to do it, follow along on this channel, follow me on my Instagram, and honestly, I will drop a calendar link down below to just book a call with me to learn. Because I will give you guys tips, advice, how to build a process that works regardless, and what I would do if I was in your shoes exactly. I'll just drop the link down whoever watches the video. So have a good rest of your day, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video.